A warm greetings to all those who are listening this lecture. And this lecture is on the subject electron devices and circuits. It is subject code EC8353 for the third semester for second year EEE 2017 regulation. Myself, Mr. S. Dyson Stallone, Assistant Professor EEE from Nehru Institute of Engineering and Technology. So I'm going to handle the subject EDC, that is electron devices and circuits for you all. And so this is the unit number 1. The topics to be covered are here mentioned here. First we're going to see about the PN junction diode and what is the PN junction diode, structure, operation and VA characteristics of PN junction diode. And second topic is diffusion and transition capacitance. What is the use and how to calculate these two important factors or parameters. And third topic we will be discussing about rectifiers, what are rectifiers and the types of rectifiers, that is majorly half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. And fourth one we will be discussing about the display devices, that is the LED and light emitting diode and laser diodes. And fifth topic we will be discussing about Zener diode characteristics and the Zener reverse characteristics and Zener as a regulator. So we subdivided the unit number 1, the topics into 5 subdivisions. So we will be discussing now one by one. So first topic is PN junction diode. Yeah. So what is PN junction? We can say the PN is nothing but positive negative junction diode. You can see the circuit symbol and the structure of the PN junction diode, which is mentioned here in this diagram. We have two terminals, that is anode and cathode, and along with N and P substrates. And the anode is the positive charge and the cathode is the negative charge, and it is the diode is the unidirectional flow. It will be there in this diode, so that we say the current flow. And this diagram this VI characteristics we will be discussing how the PN junction diode works in the forward bias as well as in the reverse bias. So before going this PN junction diode, so what type of material or silicon material has been used for this PN junction diode is maximum we will be using silicon, germanium and gallium arsenide, so and so on. So for most of the PN junction diodes will be manufactured with silicon and germanium. Germanium is of 0.3 voltage as an E voltage, and as well as the silicon as a 0.7 voltage. So that's why we are most probably preferring these silicon diodes. PN junction diodes is made up of a silicon material. Can make a note of it there. And then later we'll come back to this VI characteristics also. First we listen the what is PN junction diode and what are the biasing operations under the, what do you mean called the biasing in PN junction diode, and what are the two types of biases, biasing technology we will be seeing in the further classes here. So first PN junction diode. It is a unidirectional device. It is very clearly mentioned. So only the PN junction diode operates in the single flow. And second, a PN junction diode is the most common type of semiconductor diode. This is very basic. If you are using a diode, means it is a very basic, and we all should know about the PN junction diode very clearly. And next is the junction diode characteristics typically allow it to conduct current easily in one direction but not the other direction. It carrying the conducts the current in one direction. and the p-n junction diodes can be used to change alternating current into a direct current. This sometimes it can be used as a rectifier also. That's for converting AC signal into the AC current into the DC current. So with the help of the sense temperature and protect circuits from the damaging voltages, sometimes it can use as the protection devices also. Yeah, next is biasing of PN junction diode. Yeah, what is biasing? Biasing is nothing but applying a external voltage to the diode is known as biasing. So we'll see, but before we can use the PN junction as a practical device or as a rectifying device, we need to firstly bias the junction. Yeah, very very important. That's what the junction between the P and N. That is connect the voltage potential across these the two P type as well as the N type materials. So that's what here they are connecting additional external voltages to that particular P type and the N type. As I mentioned earlier, in P type holes as the majority carriers, in N type electrons as the majority carriers. So what will happen if the biasing takes place? We will be discussing now. Now, on the voltage axis, reverse biases reference to an external voltage potential with increases at the potential barrier. We have two biases. That's basically first is reverse bias and forward bias, or reverse bias, whatever you can take. You can see in reverse bias, the external voltage potential with increases the potential barrier. And next, an external voltage will decrease the potential barrier is known as the forward bias direction. So we'll be very detailedly we'll seeing this, what is reverse bias, forward bias and all. And here we have see this is the basic, that is zero bias. Zero bias is nothing but no external voltage is applied to the PN junction diode is the zero bias. So we are not going to very elaborately deeply going to see about this zero bias. We should know about the reverse bias and the forward bias. The voltage potential is connected negative to the P type material and positive to the N type material. Yeah, you can see through the diagram, the previous diagram, we know that in the reverse bias, the voltage potential is connected as a negative to the P type and positive to the N type. So it mean the reverse characteristics minus and plus. So this will increase the to the N type across the diode, which has effect of increasing the PN junction diodes width. Yeah, the width of the junction will get increases if it is a reverse biasing. And next is forward bias. Yeah, forward bias it will connect as it is. That is, the voltage potential is connected positive to the P type, that is also as a majority carriers here, and N type, that is negative. The negative terminal will be connected to the N type material across the diode, which has the effect of decreasing of the junction in the depletion region width. So we will see in the circuit diagram circuit. First one is zero bias. We are not applying any of the extra or additional voltage source here in between the P region and the N region. So this we say it is a zero bias. So or the ideal condition of the PN junction diode. Next is the forward bias. Yeah, first we will see the forward bias, then we will go for the reverse bias. So first forward bias. The forward bias, we can see the circuit diagram over here. The N region and P region, you can see here. The negative is connected to the N region, and the negative terminal is connected to the N region, and the positive terminal is connected to the P region. You can see here the P region and N region. I already mentioned, in P region the majority carriers is the holes and the minority carriers is the electrons, whereas in the N region the majority carriers is the electrons and the minority carriers is the holes. So in this condition, if you are giving additional forward biasing voltage here, the shift or diffusion takes place in between the N region and P region. Yeah, that's what it is mentioned here. The P region electrons will be transmitted will be transported, transferred to this end region, as well as the from the end region it transfers to the P region. So in between that junction there is a small depletion layer formed. So that layer in the forward bias we say this the junction, the carriers is very, the depletion region layer is very small. So hence there is not that much of leakage of current over here. So next you can see the VI simple VI characteristics of this forward current and forward voltage, that is VF and IF. We can consider here. You can consider the graph here. You can see the graph here. So you can at the range of 0.7 voltage, forward voltage, you can see that is, we say it is a knee voltage. See the current after this particular voltage, the current is started to increases. So before that almost only a slight variation was there. Now it we have a drastical increase over the current. So if in this condition you should stop biasing. So that we say the forward biasing mode or forward bias region operation. So nothing, forward bias is nothing but the external terminal, that is the negative terminal is connected to the N region and the positive terminal is connected to the P region. So a small depletion layer or small depletion width will be formed in between the junction. So that's what is mentioned as the forward bias here. And next is the reverse bias. Reverse bias, it is quite opposite than that of the forward bias. So you can see here the reverse bias biasing operation. The positive terminal is connected to the N region, as well as the negative terminal is connected to the P region. So here there is a lot of the translation from N region, the holes and electrons will always transfer in this particular if we are giving this bias. So it form a very wider depletion ratio. They will not translate very easily in this condition. So they form in a wider depletion layer. So you can see the in between the between the N region and P region, a wider layer has been formed. You can see through the circuit here. And next is we can see the how we saw the forward voltage and forward current mode. Similarly here we are going to see about the reverse current and reverse voltage mode. You can see in the x-axis we are seeing the voltages, and the y-axis we are seeing the current. So almost only a minute current value, a negligible value of current will be produced here in this PN junction diode. You can see in the reverse bias region, if from 0 to that is in the case of 80 voltage minus VZ, we say it is minus IR. So the breakdown, reverse breakdown region. So we know that what is breakdown. So breakdown means after this particular junction of this voltage, we should stop giving the biasing, or we should stop the giving the external supply voltage supply. So that's we say it is after this the PN junction diodes will never going to operate for a long period of time. So that we say it is a particular breakdown region. So yes, this picture already we have seen when we start to discussing about the PN junction diode. You can see the it is very important VA characteristics of the PN junction diode. Now we are combining the both the forward bias as well as the reverse bias here. So in the x-axis we will be seeing the forward voltages and the reverse voltages in the that side, and the y-axis forward current and the reverse current. So we can see here first we will see about the forward voltage and forward current, that is IF in milliamps and forward voltage in volts. As I already mentioned you, so the knee voltage is the important parameter. So that in case of germanium almost 0.3 voltage is more than sufficient to get the knee voltage. In case of silicon, 0.7 voltage is needed. So after that particular juncture, so the current is almost drastically increased with a particular with a particular period with the voltage. So you can see in the reverse mode, that is the reverse breakdown, reverse voltage and reverse current mode. Similarly, you can see here the PN junction diode after the reverse breakdown almost it's coming down. Then for example here they are telling if it is a germanium made at PN junction diode, that is minus 50 milliamps is more than sufficient. If it is a silicon made, minus 20 milliamps is more than sufficient to get the particular Zener breakdown or avalanche region over here. This is very important VA characteristics for the PN junction diode. Next we'll see this some sort of explanation here. The PN junction region of a junction diode has the following important characteristics. If the junction diode has some characteristics also, we should look it out that. And semiconductors contains two types of mobile charge. We know that holes and electrons. I already mentioned you. The holes are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged. And the you can see this slide. The semiconductor may be doped with donor impurities such as antimony in the N-type doping, whereas so it contains mobile charges which are primarily electrons here in the positively charged here. Next is the semiconductor may be doped with acceptor impurities such as boron in the p-type. In n-type we are seeing holes are positively charged while the electrons negatively charged. Similarly here the semiconductor may be doped with donor impurities. Here it is which is the donor is the electron as a donor here. In the p-type the holes is the donor as well as the electrons is the acceptor here. So the junction region itself has no charge carriers and is also known as the depletion region. As we can see here, when the diode is zero bias, no external energy source is applied and natural potential barrier is developed across the depletion region. That's what we already say. The zero bias condition, positive that is forward bias, and the reverse bias condition we are. It is in case of zero bias, there is no external energy or external voltage is supplied and a natural potential barrier is developed approximately in the range of 0.5 to 0.7 in the case of silicons and 0.3 in the case of germanium. So when the junction is forward biased, the thickness of the depletion region reduces, as we already seen in the diagram. And what it makes, the diode acts like a short circuit, allowing full current to flow. Whereas in the if it is the reverse bias, thickness of the depletion region increases, and it also acts as a open circuit, blocking by any current flow. Only a very small leakage of current is there in the reverse bias mode. This one. And so this is how the PN junction diode works. So I believe that you may have, I think you can understand what is the PN junction diode. It is a very basic and simple diode. It is a basic semiconductor device that is a diode. So try to concentrate on the VA characteristics also, and there is only two types of biasing are allowed. If you understand the concept of biasing in the PN junction diode, so you can easily go through the PN junction diode and you can easily able to understand. So that's what is about the PN junction diode. So you should remember that N region and P region. Here N region is the electrons as the majority carriers, and P region the holds as the majority carriers. So you definitely you should know about this thing. Thanks for your patient listening. So further topics we will be discussing in the next sessions. So first, I think we saw about the PN junction diode, structure operation, and VA characteristics as well. Thanks for the patient listening.